We're live.
All right. Well, welcome back to another episode.
Welcome back. We have a guest today.
We do have a guest.
Our first guest, it is your Mr. Tyler Spear.
Yes.
He's a longtime friend of mine, fellow Nissan enthusiast, fellow car guy, and autocross racer extraordinaire.
I would never say that.
I would say that.
Extraordinary.
I just make a lot of noise.
Well, that's
A lot
all
of
that.
noise, go fast.
A lot of noise, and you do go fast. You have made a Nissan hardbody go faster than anybody in the Oklahoma SCCA has ever expected it.
It's a low bar.
It's a low bar to clear, but you cleared it.
You cleared it.
I did once outrun a Panther body.
See?
Yeah.
Woo-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Granted, it was driven by like a 17-year-old who had never been on an autocross course, but you did do that.
Yep. Yep. So there's
Yep.
that.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, Tyler. Tell us about what's your history with cars?
Oh, about the same as everybody else these days, Grew up watching the Fast and the Furious. Ended up.
Show.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic movie series.
Yeah, indeed. And, being a worthless weeb, I happily watched Initial D too much. And then,
I think we all did at least. At least I did. I don't know about you.
I couldn't find it when I was when I was younger. I wanted to watch it, but I didn't know where to watch it from.
Oh, yeah.
But,
And I know you're a Wong on Midnight fan.
yes, once I discovered that, it was game over. 'Cause, drifting is cool and all, but when your first car is a front-wheel drive Sentra, the most exciting thing you can do with an e-brake is when it rains and you go, whoop.
or you could put the McDonald's plastic trays underneath the rear
lock
wheels.
Now,
the e-brake. And
I remember when that was popular, and I thought about it, but then I realized no one wants to see that.
no one wants to see my
That's
Sentra drift.
true, but I wouldn't have cared. I would have done it.
Oh yeah.
Well, I generally just did it when it was wet because
That's a good segue into our. Your first car was what year Sentra?
2000.
2000.
Yes.
What's that got? The 1.8 liter,
A Fury. Yes.
1.8 of Fury, auto
With-
or manual?
Automatic slush box.
Ooh, baby.
And, I had the sickest 2000s graphics package that would have came from that car as a dealer add-on.
Oh,
Really?
baby.
It was, woo!
What color was the Sentra?
It was a dark metallic gray,
Okay.
faded.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So not as dark.
It's Nissan paint. It fades after about 5 years.
Oddly enough, I think it got darker. But and then the little graphics were like the 2000s. You're imagining 2000s graphics. That's what they look like, and they were just along the doors
I have seen it. It's like the silver swoosh.
with like green and blue
Oh.
on one side because on the passenger.
I was picturing like Fast and Furious spearhead on the side. Of
It was about that design, yeah. But the great thing was that was on one side where it was that color. On the other side, it was so sun-baked, it was coming apart or black.
Dang.
Fantastic start. So you had that, and then you moved on to one of your current vehicles now.
My forever vehicle.
Your forever
that
vehicle?
you know very well.
I'm intimately familiar with this.
Actually, both of you know this truck very well.
It's a 1995 Nissan hardbody, extended cab, king cab, if you
King
will.
cab. It is a king cab. It's two-wheel drive. Comes with the mighty V6.
Yeah, the VG30 V6 single cam.
Yes.
Fantastic engine.
Absolutely.
That truck and that engine in that truck is why I am a VG fan today.
It's my fault.
It is your fault. It's his fault.
I've also heard that it has a 12-year-old battery.
Did we replace that, or is that still what's in there?
I think the value craft is still in there.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I actually was watching a video where one of the radio people I watch was complaining about Walmart's battery warranty. So I left a nice little booklet about God's chosen battery, the value craft.
The value craft.
I can't believe it. 12 years on a single battery.
Oh, that's nothing. I mean, my
What do you
mini
mean that's
truck.
nothing. Most batteries last like 4 years. Like good ones last like 6 to 7.
My mini truck, when I got it, it still had an Optima in it from 2010,
Yeah.
and I got it I used that battery until probably 2020.
Dang.
So
So you're good at squeezing the life
Yeah.
out of these batteries.
That's
So
crazy.
what I'm hearing here is that
No battery tender, by the way. He's just
He's just really good at this. No, you do have a battery.
I do
tender.
have a battery tender.
Well, it's not a battery tender.
Yeah,
It's
you don't leave it like sitting overnight getting charged.
Oh no,
Yeah.
not on a vehicle. That's too much effort.
You have a battery charger that you got from the Pep Boys when that was going out of business.
Actually-
I was there, wasn't? Was that not where you got that?
That's not where I got that, but that is where we got the.
Your little air compressor got.
Oh yeah, we got
there.
the air compressor there and the
You remember Pep Boys?
power inverters.
Yeah, I didn't know they closed, honestly.
Oh,
They're still open, but they
Oh,
used
okay.
to be like an
A speed
AutoZone
shop.
store where you
Yeah,
could go
yeah.
in and buy stuff.
Yeah, there's one in Tulsa.
Yeah.
They closed. Every Pep Boys closed that part of it.
Yeah.
So now they are just a service center. Now it's basically just a Hibdens.
Oh.
Sad.
But when they were closing them all out, the one in Southside Oklahoma City, me and him went up to it, and I got something and you got something. I can't.
Power inverters.
Yeah, we got power inverters
Because
for cheap.
Yeah.
I think they were like 50% off, and they were already discounted. I think we ended up paying like $40 for like a 1,000-watt power inverter for
Yep.
so you can run like
Dang.
Christmas
like
lights.
all
You
kinds
use
of
it,
anything
yeah.
you can think of to plug into a wall. You can run in your car.
We may end up
Nice.
using one of those in the RV
Yeah, we may end up doing that. I think mine's.
somewhere.
Yeah, it's still back there. I think I see it.
Yeah.
I think my work truck, the Ram 2500 or whatever,
Yeah.
I think it has an inverter built in.
Oh
yeah, a lot of those new trucks have that, which is a nice feature.
It does. I charge all my DeWalt batteries on it.
My favorite thing is when people ask about that for their Jeep Gladiator, and because it was an add-on.
Yeah.
It was an add-on. There's a little outlet, and then I get to tell them my favorite thing. That's on back order.
Another little tidbit that you forgot to mention, that you are a parts counterman at a Chrysler dealership right now. You don't
Lord
have to say
help
the
me.
name, but you are a
Yes.
parts dealer, or you're a parts man at Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and sometimes, unfortunately, Fiat.
Along with Stellantis. Oh, sorry, owned by Stellantis.
All
so
under the
that
Stellantis
does include
umbrella.
Opel.
Yeah.
Now.
I was about to say, does that era of Maserati come ever?
Oh yeah, I get to be very angry whenever they do that.
What is that, like 2008-ish?
Yeah. Oh wait, even later ones come because we also deal with the fact that alphas show up. What's funny is me and my girlfriend have been watching the Grand Tour because she's
Yeah.
never seen it and I never
Yeah.
sat.
Yeah.
And every time I see an alpha
Yeah.
show up and Clarkson talk about it, I'm like, babe, that's a terrible car. I've had to work on it. That's got a Chrysler 2-liter in it. That's it. That's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all dressed up for sadness.
That's crazy.
Well, that's yeah, you've dealt with a lot of those Italian brands. Yeah, you get Opel. I had Opel for the longest time working at GM, and we passed that on to you.
But we passed the sadness on to us.
Yeah, you get all the bad parts of Opel now.
I already had all the bad parts of Fiat.
You're welcome.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! But yeah,
How many
that's
Opels are around actually? Like on a monthly
Well-
basis? How much?
well, there aren't
Zero.
Opels here.
Well, but
Not anymore.
both of us probably know someone who owns 2.
No, he has
Oh wait, he has more?
5
Five.
Opels.
My bad. Sorry,
But
and they're all
they-
DTs.
So,
Yeah.
do you know about Opel?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you know how they were sold here in the United States from
Uh-huh.
60s and 70s, and pretty much phased out by the 80s.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we have a friend that
Tyler.
has 3 Opel GTs, an Opel Kadett,
Okay.
and these are all from the 70s,
Yeah.
60s and 70s. And then, oh no, he only has 4, because then he had another Kadett, but he sold it and bought a Lotus Elise.
Oh, what? I want
Yeah,
that.
imported a Lotus Elise.
I want you to
That's
know
a car
I
I
can.
like. That's a
So-
car I like. I
Yeah.
love the Elise.
I love the Elise. I can absolutely see him doing that.
Yeah.
That car fits him to a T.
It does. He's a great
can
guy. We'll
actually
have to have
fit
him
in
on
it,
the
too.
show at some point.
Yeah.
He lives down in Texas, but
Yeah.
he comes up from time to time. We'll have him on the show at some point. His name's Kyler. He's a great guy.
Fun fact about the Elise, just throwing this out there. When you get in the Elise, you're not supposed to put your hands on the A-pillar to get in, because there's a chance that it might snap.
It is British.
Yeah, no, I'm being like dead
No,
serious.
I know.
It says that in the owner's manual not to grab the A-pillar, because if you're like having any weight on it, like it could just shatter, which is crazy. That's supposed to be a pretty structural part of the car if the target's off.
No. You're driving a
Your
British
neck
car.
and spinal cord are the structural component of that car. If you
Maybe
flip
that-
over,
maybe
you're
that's
just
only
done.
the hard top or something. I don't know.
No.
But I just know that is crazy.
Lotus's mantra is the same
Right,
as TVR's,
yeah.
which is just don't crash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well,
Their
yeah.
safety
I wouldn't plan on
setup
either,
is just
so.
don't crash.
Yeah, I don't plan on crashing anytime. So.
Hey, you know, like Mike Tyson says, everyone has a plan until they get hit in the face.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. So yeah, you are you're known around the area right now as an autocross racer.
If you say so.
Oh well, you competed the entire 2023 season. Should have won Super Street Modified, got gypped. I don't know how that happened still.
Money? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We did it for the fun.
Money
We
does
could-
it.
For reference, I crew chief for him. I work on the car. I keep it going. He works on it too, but like he's the driver. He's the wheel man.
I break shit.
Yeah, he breaks stuff, and then I'm the one that just fixes said broke stuff.
Yep. Still oil, new gas.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a driver through and through.
I do enjoy driving. I know how to work my way around once or twice, though.
It was fantastic. The 2023 season we went through, it was, how many events was it? Like 12?
Yeah, something like that.
Something
we
like
went
that, all across Oklahoma.
from Oklahoma City down to Frederick, which we, funnily enough, have history there.
We have history in Frederick.
Then we went to Muskogee, and then we went to Burns Flat for the first time that they ever raced there. Got to race on a lot of airports.
Yeah, there's
I worked at the airport actually.
Oh,
that Burns Flat Airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 months
It's
ago.
huge, isn't
It is,
it?
yeah.
I
they-
raced there.
Yeah, we raced. We were the first one.
I
and
really wanted to take my bike and just fucking.
That car,
man.
yeah.
we wanted to take the truck and see how fast we could go, but they told us absolutely not because it's an active runway.
It is that. Yeah, I saw a jet actually take off from there. It was pretty cool.
We had a
Crop
farmer in a crop duster plane fly over us and drop water on top of the autocross event.
Nice.
I'm sure he thought that was the funniest thing he had ever seen.
First caution for flyover.
Yeah, first caution for an aircraft interference in autocross history, but we had that. But yeah, that was a fun event. It was hot as
Oh,
it was
Frederick
hot as
was
Hades out
hotter
there,
than
too.
heck.
No, I would say Burns Flat was the worst because there was nothing.
Yeah, but the great thing is that, you know, well, sadly we ran first, which sucked, and we tried cheating, and it didn't really gain us anything.
You say
We
cheating.
tried cheating.
So let me be clear.
We had 23 yards of fuel line.
Good news, not an endurance race.
Yeah, we thought, I had the bright idea because we're running Cooper Cobras because that was the cheapest tire we could get our hands on.
Yeah.
That would fit the size. We thought, well, we can't afford actual like competition tires.
Yeah.
So we're just going to get the widest cheap tire we can and hope that width will make up for it.
Yeah.
And that was the idea.
We
So
clearly learned nothing from Forza.
we did not learn anything from that, and we learned quickly throughout the first couple of events that did not count for anything. As Drifto McGee slid through every single corner in every single race.
With
Hey,
an
we used to
open
be
diff.
warmed up.
Yeah, and he got you. It was not. It became a joke to the point where it was not an autocross event if he did not have a talking to from a safety official.
Nice.
I think every single event, at least I know every single away event that was not at our home course,
We did get talked to.
you
once or
got talked
twice.
to at every single one of them.
Yeah, usually involve. I know the one at Muskogee was, funny enough, it was the guy, it was when I came around the last corner and I cleared out like the entire bus stop that I got talking to. But he was also the same guy that ran the, what do you call it? Off-roading.
Yeah, he
So-
ran the rallycross.
Rallycross. And he said, that's the kind of driving we like over there. You need to come rallycross.
Yeah, he tried to
Yeah.
recruit Tyler for rallycross.
I still want to do that. We still got to build a rally car.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
We can do that.
We can just do that in the truck.
Yeah.
The
put
truck
your
is
tires on
versatile.
I mean, we put Baja suspension on that thing, and you basically got a rallycross car.
Yeah.
No, we just take it as it is and we just run it with the wheels and tires it's got now and see what happens.
Just put wider tires on there.
Just soften everything. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, but getting back to my little
Tangent.
story of fun, we were. My idea was, I had watched a little too much Street Outlaws, and I thought, man, what if I get pimp juice
Yeah.
and spray it on the tires
Yeah.
before we make a run?
Uh-huh.
And so his first run, it was early in the morning. Everyone was getting the course set up. he was over at the driver's meeting. I had the back end of the truck jacked up,
Yeah.
rolling the tires. I had the truck turned on. I just put it in first gear, let it roll, and I'm just sitting there spraying the thing with pimp juice all over the tires.
You want to explain what that is real quick?
Pimp juice is for no prep drag racing. It's this adhesive compound that people can make. It's sticky stuff. I'm not really sure what's in it. I'll be honest with you. People make all kinds of, like, you can make it out of like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's one of the main components of pimp juice. But it's stuff that you can still buy. You can go out and just purchase it. But it's great for traction for prep.
Yeah.
It's allegedly softens the compound of the rubber a little bit on the outside.
Yeah.
And
For the first like 5 seconds.
yeah. And then
Which is good for
it
drag
gives
racing.
you a nice sticky
Yeah.
like layer, basically gives you glue on the tire for one hit. Basically, it only lasts for just a second.
Which is why it's good for drag racing.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming what you're about to tell me is not good for autocross.
It does not do a dang thing in autocross. But we were desperate. We were trying anything and everything we could. And I remember hearing that it would soften up rubber if you let it sit on it long enough.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Well, these tires are hard compound tires. Maybe it will. I knew nothing. I still know nothing. Don't take advice from me in any way, shape, or form as far as autocross goes, because we're just figuring stuff out as we go.
Yeah.
But we figured we would just dunk the tires in that pimp juice and let it soak.
Yeah.
And that would hopefully soften up the tire enough to where whenever he goes out on track, he'd get some grip the first time ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a thought and we were really adding to it because it was also the first time we were racing on concrete.
Yeah.
Which is a much more abrasive. And we were putting way too much faith in concrete for grip.
Yes.
But it was hysterical pulling up to the line because that stuff made the tires sticky because we put it on all 4 tires.
Oh, yeah.
All 4.
I lifted the front end, rolled them,
Yeah.
stick them up, let them sit. I let it sit hovercraft for a little while and let it dry, get it nice and sticky on there, let it really soak into the rubber. And I had a bottle about this big from when I used to drag race. I used the whole bottle.
Wow.
And you're not supposed to use that much.
Yeah.
I used the whole bottle.
Yeah.
And I just layered it on because I was like,
Maybe.
see what happens.
And it was
Can't
like
hurt.
pulling up, you just hear
Yeah, it was like,
Yeah.
all 4 tires. And I'm surprised no one went, what's that? Because you could clearly see a big patch of gravel or dust because it picked up the dust off of the concrete and everything.
you could actually see the tracks where he had been when the sun hit it because the sun was rising. You could see the dust had been cleared out in 2 different tracks where he had driven.
Nice.
But what ended up happening is immediately whenever you went out there, all the dust and gravel you had picked up negated any possible sort of stickiness or softness we had added, and you were basically driving on marbles that entire first run.
I also burned it off right off the line, which is a bad habit of mine.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just saying I could launch at $3,000, so I usually did.
Yeah.
And at that time, it was an open diff truck. It's now not. Now we put a limited slip out of a Pathfinder in it, and it made a huge difference in the launch.
Yes, it made.
Now both tires smoke.
And the gearing is
and
great.
the clutch.
Yes, and the clutch. We need to put a clutch in that, by the way.
We do. But
It is now miserable to drive on the highway.
yeah, we changed the rear gears out. Now it's got
Shorter.
we put lower gears in it, higher number, numerically higher, but lower gears.
Yeah.
Like
It had
430s or something.
323s in it from the factory in an open diff, and we put 488s.
Oh,
Because he had the power pack.
that's right.
So it was the 488
So
with a limited.
You're just like, I just want torque.
Yeah. So his top speed reduced from about 150 to about 110, 105.
Yeah.
But acceleration and launch,
Great.
incredible.
Yeah.
More than the clutch can deal with.
Yeah, we discovered that. His,
Good, but
200 and, how many?
put a 6-buck in it?
We can. They actually make one for those.
We probably will be.
And that's
what
the
my
plan.
spider is. I love it.
Yeah.
That's the plan, is to put a 6-putt clutch in it, because the O'Reilly's actually sells one, a Power Torque 6-putt clutch.
And it's like,
towing.
isn't it like a difference like $10 for a stock
Yeah,
one?
it's really not that much more expensive, but then it has all over it's like, may not be suitable for street use. And it's like, that's never stopped me before.
No.
because I can't read.
I can't read either.
But no, that's the next thing we need to do on that truck, because it is all that gearing and all that low end torque off the line, and we figured out the weak point. We moved the weak point from the rear axle to the clutch.
Hey, it sounds like you just need to put an Xterra drivetrain in there, so you have all-wheel drive.
I ain't got that kind of time or money.
If we had infinite time and infinite money, we could do a QX4 and have a Tesla all-wheel drive in that thing.
Which is, as you have stated, basically the same as a GTR.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's a GTR with a locking center diff.
Ooh, fancy.
I mean, it's a lot closer to the Stagias.
Yeah.
Because they had a Tesla and they had a locking center diff button.
Yeah.
It's very, very close to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're. We could do that at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just out at a freaking pull apart, and we just basically were under one of those.
Yeah.
For a while, pulling your motor. So.
Yeah, the motor that I just got for my red truck came out. Well, it was a two-wheel drive Pathfinder, but it was the same vintage as one of those QX4s.
And as we've proven, we can, weather permitting, we can pull a motor out of a junkyard in like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I think it was faster than that. I think it was closer to 2.
I'm gonna be real though. A lot of that was you and Britton.
Yeah, our buddy Britton was out there too.
Yeah.
Man, I need that man's like ability to just do stuff. I hope when I'm his age, I'm just as spry.
Yeah, he's probably what, late 30s?
He's in his 40s.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's in his 40s. He's older.
Shocked me.
Yeah.
We'll have him on
Still
at some
working.
point too.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. He's
Still
a
working.
fantastic guy. He has a big knowledge of a lot of really obscure 80s Japanese cars.
He had a
He had a Starion.
Starion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a
I almost bought one
Starion.
of those, and I got told by many people, do not buy that car. So,
I still say that's a cool car. I mean,
Yeah.
you would. It would be one of those cars I would probably not rely on as my daily.
yeah.
But it would be one of those cars that would definitely be worth, like, if you had a solid car, it'd definitely be worth building up.
A toy.
If I had the ability to own multiple cars, it would be in my Mitsubishi lineup. But
You might have that ability.
yeah, one of these days.
Mitsubishi I always want. I want an Evo 4 or 5.
Is that your
That's
your favorite?
Oh
Evo?
yeah.
4,
4 and
5?
5. Yeah, both of them.
5 is just facelift, same thing as a 4 though.
I know.
Yeah.
It interchanges.
Yeah.
It interchanges.
I saw that Evo 4. I think I showed you
Yeah.
and you, but I saw an
It
Evo
never
4
loaded.
at Best Buy here in Moore.
Now, was it really an Evo 4
It was
or
really
was it?
It was really an Evo
Okay.
4.
Yeah, it was.
I looked underneath it.
Well, you can use it.
I literally was out in the parking lot and I was like,
He parked that car, got out, and was like, I want to check this thing's real.
well, first off, it had the right-hand drive, which was a good start.
Yeah.
And then
And it wasn't 2-door.
It was a 2, or no, it was a 4-door.
It wasn't a 2-door.
It wasn't a 2-door.
Yeah.
And I slid underneath that thing and looked up, and it had the all-wheel drive set up, and I could see a titanium exhaust header with a turbo attached to that thing, and I was like,
That's real.
"That's real.
I would love one of those, but
Yeah.
that's money.
That's a cool car."
Yeah.
What other cars would you get if you had any means to do so?
Well, I'm working towards it, but I'm trying to get a 280 ZX and S130.
S130.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a lover of the S130. You're one of 3 people on the planet that still loves that car. And you know what? It loves you back.
I hope so. I gotta work that deal so I can get that.
Yeah,
for-
he's got a lead on a Shell.
Nice.
Well, I say
Oh,
a Shell. Shell is a little bit of a rough term.
Car
It's a
without an
It's a
engine.
full roller.
Yeah.
car without an engine.
It's
got an engine in it right
currently
now.
has the engine in it now. The guy bought it just to have the turbo motor to put into an S30Z.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I don't really want the rest of this car. And it's actually in
It looks
pretty
really
good shape.
good.
I'll be honest. It's an automatic.
Hardtop?
No,
no,
T-top.
T-top.
It's like a fully loaded. It's got the louvers
And
on
it's
the
not
back.
a 2+2,
It's not a 2+2. So
which is
I'm-
rare for the 280ZXs. It seems like every one of those was a 2+2.
Yeah.
And I'm just I
It's a
gotta
pretty orange color too.
Nice.
next time I'm at the Z meet, I gotta talk with him again and see, make sure he knows I'm really serious about that. And he just needs to call me and tell me, and then I'll be out there to pull a motor in exchange for a car.
Yeah.
I'll pull out a motor that same day.
I'll help you make that. I'll help you make that dream come true because I know he's talked about an S130 ever since I met him, because of a certain one and a certain car from the 80s and 90s that used to race on the Wangan in Japan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not Wangan Midnight, but
car is-
inspired Wangan Midnight.
Yeah.
The actual car that did inspire it.
And I've actually found that the company that made that body kit is coming back around and starting to remake stuff. So
There's a chance you could get that body kit.
there's a chance, and it's your job to keep me from just building the same car
I'm not going to stop you.
Or you
I
can
don't
build the
wanna-
car.
because it's a style biter. I won't. Just don't let me paint it red. I don't even like the color red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, paint it white.
Yeah, I was going to say you probably painted purple.
Oh yeah, I'd probably paint it.
Metallic
Ooh,
purple is his
two-tone.
color. Or
Anyway.
two-tone.
Anyway,
Anyway, we're talking.
Yeah, we're getting off hand. But anyway, so you want a 280ZX. That's an admirable, easy goal to achieve.
it's achievable. See, I've long since lost the idea of trying to get supercars. I know the world I live in.
I know the world I live in. I know that you are a big fan of the R33 GTR as well.
I love the R33
Which I am as well. I
That-
love the R33
Really?
GTR. Yeah, oh yeah.
and the midnight purple.
In midnight purple.
Well, it has
Yeah.
to be midnight purple.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that.
That I think that midnight purple 2 that the R33 came in is prettier than the midnight purple 3 the R34 came
I will
in.
agree with him.
A lot
I
of
mean,
people would disagree.
Oh, I'll disagree with you on that one. I
It's-
think I like the more. I think it's more pearl. than
Yeah,
the
the,
34.
the midnight purple 3 is a pearl tricolor.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's
a
got
deep
greens and
purple.
blues
Yeah.
and it's got
It's like the
Yeah,
Mystic Purple
it's
from
a-
the
Yeah.
cover
Or
Mustang.
I would consider it like a color shift paint job, like
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's very 90s 2000s, and
Yeah.
I love that color, but I just just a nice flat and
metallic
R33.
midnight purple.
Yeah.
The true, because I have seen one of those cars in person in midnight purple 2.
there's
Yeah.
one here.
That's the one I saw.
comes
It
to
is
Cars Coffee every now and then.
beautiful in person. When I saw, because it doesn't really do it justice when you see it on TV or
Nope.
you see it on a video game. It doesn't do it justice when you see that in the light. Ooh, it's a beautiful color.
I
I
love
think
that.
that
color.
also goes for Plum Crazy Purple.
Yeah.
Plum Crazy is a good color
Yeah.
too.
It's
An
kinda- it kinda
original
looks-
Plum Crazy
It
is
kind
great.
of looks like too much, like on TV or like in a magazine or something. But if you ever see a Viper, like a second gen Viper in Plum Crazy, you're like, okay,
But
I get it.
I
get it.
Kim's Purple Z is painted plum crazy, right?
Really?
it really?
That is plum crazy.
So his girlfriend has not one but 2 300ZX Z31 turbos.
Yeah.
And the
One is the
Oh, the red one's a turbo?
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they're
both
both turbo.
turbo.
I didn't know the red one was turbo. Actually.
yeah both
She
turbos.
gets down. She
Both?
parties.
That?
Oh yeah, she parties.
Holy
Both
cow,
turbos,
dude.
both
Nailing
5
a
speeds.
Turbo Z31 is crazy.
Yeah, that's a fun car too.
It is.
That purple car is going to be dangerous. She bought that car. Somebody started building a track car out of that thing,
Yeah.
and it's going to be dangerous. I can tell you that because it's got the upgraded. It's got a bigger turbo. I don't know what size, but it's definitely bigger than the little pipsqueak turbo that those things came with the factory.
It's got
And it's got an intercooler about the size of
Kentucky,
the entire front of the car.
Yeah, yeah.
and it's in plum crazy purple.
And it's
a-
plum crazy purple.
and it cleans up real nice.
Yeah.
It's a good car.
We drove that car. I helped get that car running after it had been sitting for a long time, and it needed some TLC, and we got it running, and it gets down.
Oh yeah, and
We
then
we got down. It hadn't even been tuned yet, and we hit the fuel cut because we spiked up
it's like as soon as it was built, like 5 psi or something.
over
like that.
5. The stock tune didn't know what to do because it's
Yeah.
those things only built like 7 psi from the factory.
Yeah.
And that thing, I know the boost gauge. I swear I saw that swing up to like 15.
I believe
And it was ready to rock. It was ready to keep
Oh,
going. We had just started to get into it, and the fuel cut was like,
Yeah.
cut it out.
She was getting it tuned, and it like as they were driving it, she said it was awesome. Because had somebody actually knew how to work Mega Squirt, because Lord knows it's not me.
Yeah, we don't really know. I'm learning it. I'm trying to learn it as I go, but it's
Well,
coming from someone who works on carbureted vehicles, it's
Yeah.
definitely a long it's a long shot.
good
what
news
I know.
is know a guy now as well,
Yep.
and then you know
Sweet.
a guy. So
Yeah.
the problem that we ran into is it needs a thermostat. I think the thermostat's stuck. The upper radiator hose was
Dang.
it was hot.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put a thermostat in it,
Oh, we've only got about 30 of those VG engines sitting around. We could probably grab one out of those.
or I could just buy one.
Yeah.
Oh, now.
Probably not that expensive.
Probably
I-
$5.
It's $5.
Or
Look,
rockauto.com.
okay, look, I'm not trying to. You remember the Ford Ranger I had?
Yeah.
You know, that guy spent all that money rebuilding that entire motor for that truck, and he didn't buy the $2 freaking thermostat. And that angered me. I remember being out from my old house in the street because that's where because, you know, driveway was always full of other stuff in the roommates' cars. And I was just so mad that there was no thermostat in it. I drove to AutoZone, bought it, came back and was cursing the entire time as I was pulling it off and stuff.
It was the 4-liter though. It's super easy to put a thermostat in one of those.
I know, but I was still like, that's what made me mad. 'Cause I was like, dude,
Just that lack of effort.
dude spent like $800 rebuilding this whole freaking motor, making it work and good and everything.
And then decided he didn't need a thermostat.
Couldn't do the $2 thermostat. Couldn't
Can't pull
do
it
it.
off with this equipment.
No, but
Oh, we're gonna gob on some silicone on it.
no, he didn't even put silicone on it. There wasn't anything on it.
Oh,
It was just like I said. The silicone was for everything else. And arguably that was actually a good truck, but I've had too many vehicles. It's a long list.
it's a long and storied list.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a good first episode with Tyler. We might have you back.
Might have you back on another time.
Yeah, sure. That was a lot of fun. We talk about some autocross, and maybe next time talk about some rally.
Hey, that might be something we end up doing.
Yeah, we could make a separate podcast going towards our own autocross and rally adventures.
You should rally across the Spider.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. He's been wanting to make the Grid Spider, but I think maybe we'll see how it's running. We'll see how good it runs.
I told him, autocrossing the Spider would be fun.
Yeah.
I think rallycross.
Yeah.
I still think, you know your 3000 GTs. You have an infinite plethora of parts of them. I think what better vehicle for you to do than that?
That's what I want to do. I want to get a base 3000 GT, maybe an SL, probably a base though. Probably easier to work on.
Yeah, single cam.
Front wheel drive, 5-speed manual. Run it.
Lift it a little bit, we'll rock and roll.
Yeah. Honestly, if it has the factory suspension, I don't even need to lift it.
No,
It'd be
I
tall
don't
enough.
know if you've seen one of those factory suspension, but it's like this much of a gap between the wheels.
Factory long travel suspension.
I don't know why. I think
The
they were
Grand
trying to do it for
Canyon.
comfort or something, but yeah, it looks like a monster truck. It's so ugly.
It's perfect then.
Yeah.
Ideal.
So anyway, we'll be back at another episode.
Yep. We'll be back next time with maybe another guest.
Yep. All right. Talk to you
We'll
later.
see you next time.